Hello everyone, I'm the UnGnome, and welcome to Sherlock Holmes Crimes and Punishments. I have played this game a little bit on my Xbox One. I love it so far, so I wanted to bring it to the channel. So let's just start a new game and see where it goes. In memory of the Ukrainian Heavenly Hundred. Oh, okay. I didn't know that. And if you guys want to play this game for yourselves, I will put a link to the website down in the description below. Begins on your side. Okay. The Fate of Black Peter. I wonder what he's reading. I never actually thought about that. Oh well. Hello, Sherlock. Blindfolded.
Holmes.
Come on, Holmes. Stop kidding around. You're gonna shoot someone's eye out. Hello, bear. How are you? Pat pat.
You are utterly mad.
Why would you take cover when walking towards Sherlock? That's a smart idea. Walk towards the person shooting the gun.
Is that you, Watson?
Well, no shit it
Yes, of
is.
course it is. And you almost killed me.
Nonsense. I was aiming for the vases.
Oh, the
Blindfolded.
vases. I don't
Watson,
know the
quiet,
frickin'
please.
difference
I'm
between
trying
them.
to concentrate.
Confident steps, clinking handcuffs, policeman, ninth step avoided, Inspector Lestrade.
Ah, Lestrade. What is it this time?
He can see me. Well, here it is,
Talk-
and it's a good one.
Talk
Mr.
about
Holmes. Gentleman by the
deducting.
name of Peter Carey, also known as Black Peter, has been murdered.
A sailor, most probably.
Mm-hmm.
What happened here?
Oh, Mr. Holmes, how could you?
Hello.
It's the only exercise I've had all week. A grateful client from Limoges sent me a vase collection this morning. I couldn't think of a better use for it.
Yeah, I
You're out
wouldn't
of your
either.
mind.
I missed 4 out of 10.
Given you were blindfolded,
that-
that was very good.
I agree, that is
Can I
really
have a try?
good.
Am I the only sane one here?
I suppose that Watson
Yeah.
is right, Inspector. A little brain work would be preferable now. Do please tell us more about Black Peter.
Peter
Tell
Carey,
us.
born in 1845 and 50 years old. An ambitious sort, he achieved much success in seal and whale hunting around Scandinavia. Retired in 1884 with a small fortune.
Okay.
He invested his money in a property called Woodman's Lee, near
Woodman's
Forest
Lee,
Row in
okay.
Sussex. It was where he lived for 6 years, and where he was found dead yesterday.
Has the investigation already begun?
Yes and no. In fact, this crime is so mysterious that I would prefer you to join me down there.
Alright.
Give me half an hour to prepare, Inspector.
Just a half an hour.
Take your time.
Come on,
and
Sherlock.
Join me there. I have to go through the yard first. The merry men struck again.
What have they done this time?
They robbed a powder reserve. I'll meet you at Woodman's Lee, Mr. Holmes.
I should have Mrs. Hudson here. I also have several appointments that I must keep this afternoon.
I shall go alone then.
Alright. Tab to open case book. Okay, so my tasks are to investigate the murder, inspect the crime scene, and select a suit to wear using my wardrobe. Okay. Inspector Lestrade pays a visit to Baker Street where he relates to Holmes the grotesque affair that involved the former captain known as Black Peter. Okay. Peter Carey, also known as Black Peter, born in 1845, so 50 years old. Wow. He achieved great success in whale hunting in Scandinavia, retired in 1884, eventually moving to Woodman's Lee. Alright. Well, I guess we will open our door and we're back, and look at that amazing suit. It's just casual, but you know, something better than his morning gown. Hello, Mrs. Hudson.
Oh, what a mess! What a terrible mess!
Well, I shot 6 out of 10. That's not bad. Just clean it up. Do. Okay. A little creepy.
Mr. Holmes, I'm over here.
Okay, I'm coming. I'll be there in a second. Oh, almost walked into the... Okay, garden.
It seems that the garden was well maintained.
Yeah, it really does. Must have had some kind of help then. Okay. Hello, Lestrade.
Inspector Lestrade, when will you remove my husband's body? It's sacrilegious to leave him here like this.
After I get done
As
with
soon
him.
as we can, Mrs. Carey, I assure you. Allow me to introduce you to Mr. Sherlock Holmes. He's a detective. No doubt you've heard of him.
Just a
I'll
detective?
wait for you in
I'm
front of
the
the cabin, Mr. Holmes.
best.
My condolences, Mrs. Carey.
Thank you, Mr. Holmes.
Yep. Okay, let's do a character portrait real fast. Nothing yet. Cameo. I honestly don't know what that is. Oh, Catholic rosary. Good. Gardening gloves. Crested tit. Which means... And a birdhouse, okay. Anything unusual?
Madam, can you tell me if you saw or heard anything unusual upon the night of the murder?
At 2 o'clock in the morning, I heard a terrible scream. But I thought nothing of it then. He would scream all the time when he was drunk.
Okay, can't you tell the difference between some screams?
Can you
I
please
mean,
tell
there
me
are
what
differences.
occurred on the evening of the murder?
Well, Peter got drunk in the evening. He was in such a terrible temper. Usually whenever that happened, he'd stay all night drinking in his cabin before passing out.
Well, dang, he was a heavy drinker then.
Do you remember at what time you found your husband's body?
He is a sailor,
In
or
the
was.
At around
So,
7 o'clock.
understandable,
I
I
noticed the
guess.
cabin door was open, but I didn't go in to take a look, for I knew my husband would not have liked it.
Who gives a
At
shit?
around 10 o'clock, I dared to glance in through the door and... oh dear.
Did he have any visitors?
Was your husband accustomed to receiving visitors?
Oh no, I don't think so. I mean, he didn't really have many friends. He lived quite an isolated life here, after his retirement.
Alright, that...
The garden is very
Okay.
large and well maintained. Do you employ someone to look after it?
It is true, there is a lot of work, but my husband took care of it himself.
I doubt that's right, because if he stayed in that cabin by himself
You have indeed suffered a great loss, Mrs. Carey.
for all that
Nevertheless,
time,
I
he
believe
wouldn't
it
be
would
taking
less
care
a
of the
burden for
garden,
you
especially
soon.
since you've got gardening
Yes.
gloves.
Life with Peter
You're
was never
obviously
easy,
lying. Come on.
but he was still my husband.
He was different, wasn't he, when you first met him upon your return from Plymouth?
Yes, Mr. Holmes. Oh my goodness, but how do you know about that?
Q. How do I know about Plymouth?
Pilgrimage.
You
got a crescent
undertook a
tit.
pilgrimage to the Cathedral of
Oh, no.
Santiago de Compostela
Yeah.
when you were young.
The rosary.
That much is evident from the rosary in your
I
hand.
forget what the
The shortest route for the pilgrim
crescent
from England
tit
to
is
Spain
supposed to be
is from
for.
Plymouth. I believe that you met Peter Carey as a young sailor there, and you married him soon afterwards.
That is indeed what happened, Mr. Holmes. How extraordinary.
It's not very extraordinary as
Thank you,
Sherlock
madam.
Holmes. Okay. So I guess we'll be going down to the cabin. Let's talk to him.
Mr. Holmes?
Mr. Policeman. Okay, can't go in there. Garden, well maintained, yada yada yada. I don't want to talk to you yet. Okay, fine, I'll talk to you.
Peter Carey's body is inside the cabin. We took care not to touch anything.
Oh, good. I didn't want you to. Oh. I remember this. Stone pathway. Land around stone pathway. Footprints. Let's examine them.
These footprints appear to be quite large.
I guess you can say that. Oh, jeez. And he's just gonna continue looking at them like, ooh, that's an amazing footprint. Amazing. Let's open the door and see what happened.
The door is locked.
Of course it is.
Wait just a moment, Mr. Holmes, and I'll open it.
Then open
I
it.
locked
Jeez,
it
dude.
yesterday to ensure that no one should enter the cabin and tamper with the evidence.
Fine.
Ah, good thinking.
Hello, hello, hello.
What is it, Lestrade?
It seems to me that someone has tried to force it, Mr. Holmes.
Yeah, it does look like
Let
that.
me see.
Alright, I'll look at it. Examine door. Door. Door lock. Scratches. Examine.
These scratches are fresh.
Yes, yes they are. Obviously. That's exactly
Right.
what Lestrade
Someone
was
tried to force
saying.
open the door.
I swear these scratches were not here yesterday.
Our mysterious visitor
Oh,
came
you
here
swore.
last night.
Okay.
Well, he's not the man for the job. This lock is not a difficult one.
I'm
Perhaps
sure
he did
it's
not
not.
have the right tool.
Or the know-how. Okay. And there he is. With the harpoon
What a
through the
terrible way to die.
sternum. Ow. Let's look around his cabin real fast.
The
Sperm
tooth
whale
of a
tooth.
sperm whale, probably from one of Peter Carey's catches.
That's a huge tooth. Jeez. Shelf. Suspiciously empty space. Outline in dust. Examine.
This place is not covered with dust, like the rest of the shelf. An object was taken from here. It was larger than a book.
Imagination,
box or a
talent
small
helps you
chest,
visualize
perhaps.
objects and events useful and limited. Okay. The map. It's map of
Hammerfest.
the Scandinavian
Dundee.
area and
It's a
whatnot.
whaling map.
Well, yeah, of course it's a whaling map. I could have told you that.
The ship's logs of the Sea Unicorn for the years 1878 to 1884. Peter Carey was her captain.
Alright. Nothing else over there. Let's open the chest real fast. See what's in it. Let's take his boots.
Peter Carey's boots. They look to be a size 8.
Hey, that's the same size as me.
Old navigation instruments. Nothing interesting.
Yeah, compass and compass. Harpoon rack.
Harpoons for hunting whales.
And one is missing. How mysterious. The sea unicorn. No, I didn't want to. Oh well.
This
His
man
face.
is in his 50s, yet he still looks quite strong.
Well, as a sailor, I would think he would be.
The weapon fully penetrated the body. The force
Pinning
of the
him.
blow was immense.
Strong enough to pin him to the wall. That's for
Peter
sure.
Carey was fully dressed. He was not caught by surprise. It is possible that he knew his murderer.
Possibly. Let's look at the pool of blood. Take the notebook.
JHN are probably
Okay.
the initials of the owner of this notebook.
JHN. Okay.
The pattern of the blood stain indicates that the notebook was not lying on the floor prior to the crime, but it
Okay.
was dropped into the pool of blood after the death of Peter Carey.
So either the murderer dropped it after he did it and then the blood just started going, or someone witnessed it or something like that and dropped it in surprise. Let's open it. ASMTI, abbreviations
These
for
abbreviations
what?
mean something, but what?
Are they names, ships? I don't know. Not examine the corpse. Come on, dude. That looks a little odd. The sea knife. Looks to be his.
This wooden handle is plain
Well,
and solid.
he is a sailor, so it probably was his.
This blood is from the pool underneath the dead body. Peter Carey tried to defend himself with this
Yep.
knife, but he did not succeed.
Really? He didn't succeed? I wouldn't have
Peter
guessed.
Carey was impaled to the wall by a whaling harpoon.
Do those harpoons actually work against...
The
Whales?
sea unicorn.
I
She
mean,
was the
whales
ship
are
that Peter Carey
huge.
commanded.
The sea unicorn? Well, it was a big time in his life, I guess. What's the tobacco pouch? PC.
The initials PC have been crudely burned. A sailor's work.
Peter Carey? Something like that? I don't know. Oh no, that's the only thing I know. Examine the tobacco. Oh god, not
This
this.
aroma is familiar, but to recognize
This is
it,
so
I must
annoying to
construct
get.
my associations in one picture.
Because that has to go up here. Oh. That's how you do it. Slightly fix it right there. Bring it up. Move it slightly. And bam. Got it. Finally.
Yes. This is a coarse
Oh,
tobacco,
man.
quite strong and very popular among sailors.
And of course the lines aren't perfect. That just bothers me so much. Bottle of rum.
A sailor's
Of course. Rum. Nice beverage.
Someone drank from this glass recently. It seems that Captain Carey was enjoying a drink before he met his death.
Yeah, it does seem so. Inspect Woodman's Lee is complete. Really? That was it? Oh! Is that some of his belongings? Huh. That's a cool way to store. Okay. Deduction. Deduction. I can't press the right button. There it goes. Okay. Pin to wall, break-in attempt. No. Deselect. Notebook and break-in attempts. Okay, an ambush must be made tonight to see if the break-in attempt will be repeated. Okay.
Someone was here yesterday. They attempted to force the door
Yes.
to gain entry.
Organize. Okay, so now I've got the garden and fields are well kept. Capable gardener works here. Judith Carey is a woman with uneasy life due to her unhappy marriage with Peter. She is a very religious Christian Catholic woman who undertook a St. James Way pilgrimage when she was young. Okay. There are unidentified footprints left recently on a patch of wet earth at Woodman's Lee. They may have been left by the murderer. Perhaps I can find a pair of boots that would match them. Okay. Ship's logs. A notebook found with the initials JHN and a bunch of abbreviations. Sailor knife he used. Okay. Dialogue option. Let's see. The outline in the dust on one of Carrie's shelves looks as if something had been recently removed. It is larger than a book, a box, or a small chest, perhaps. Maybe. Some kind of box, I think. Gotta find a use for his boots. I will look at the unidentified footprints for it. And a tobacco pouch made from sealskin, which was on the table inside Peter's cabin. The initials PC had been crudely burned into it, and it's a sailor's work. Okay. And character portrait. Okay, Peter Carey was born in 1845, 50 years of age, daring and successful whale hunter, commanded the Sea Unicorn of Dundee for many successful expeditions. He retired, traveled for some years, and then 6 lives he lived at Woodman's Lee. Okay. Judith is from the country, somewhere near the ancient pine woods of Inverness and Strathspey in Scotland, where the crested-tip bird can be found. That's the significance of it. Okay. And then took a pilgrimage. So now my tasks are to investigate the murder, of course, and organize an ambush with Lestrade. The mysterious intruder might return tonight and finish what he has planned. Okay, so before I talk to Lestrade, I am going to see if these boots fit. Drag down. No, they do not.
These boots don't match the footprints.
So someone with bigger feet. Alright. Okay. Sorry, it's raining outside and I thought it was picking it up. It is actually kind of loud. So let's talk to Lestrade, organize the ambush, and then that'll be it for this episode.
I think that we are lucky.
And why is that?
Because of last night's attempted break-in.
Oof. You've lost me.
Yeah,
It is
you
very
lose him
probable
all the
that
time.
whoever came here hoped to find the door open. They tried to force it with a knife blade, but they failed. What
You
will
could
they
tell it
do?
was a knife blade,
Why
really?
return tonight, when they will be better prepared?
Aha.
That's a good plan.
So what do you propose?
We shall remain on the outside, near the window, where we stand the best chance of catching sight of our visitor. Well, gentlemen, ready your pistols. We have a long night ahead of us.
Pistols for a break-in? What are you gonna do, shoot him? Okay, so now what do I do? I guess I'll talk to her real quick and get this dialogue stuff done. See if it's his... God damn it. My enemy right now is a thing of potted plants. Or holding potted plants. Really. Oh well. Was Peter a smoker?
Is this your husband's tobacco pouch?
I'm not sure. It might be, but he hadn't smoked in a very long time.
That you know of.
Your husband's private papers. Do you know where they are?
There was a small tin box, barely larger than a book. He kept his papers there. It should be somewhere in his cabin.
Well, it's
Thank you,
not
madam.
in his cabin, so someone took it. Okay, so now what do I do? Organize the ambush. Okay, I did organize it, so... What, am I going back down there and... talking to him again, maybe? I don't know. It's been a while. Move.
We need to find a good place for an
Oh.
ambush. Perhaps behind Carey's cabin, near the window.
Yeah, I said that.
This looks like the perfect hiding place.
Yes, it is. The Fate of Black Peter. That's the name of the case if you didn't know. You probably did. I'm just looking like an idiot. And it's night. Ooh. Who might it be? Real stealthy, guys. Really stealthy. It's got shutters, I guess. They might not see you.
Did you hear that?
You tell Sherlock to shush, and then you start talking. Jeez, dude. There you go. Oh, he's young.
There's someone there.
Probably only
I'm gonna collar him.
around, like,
I'll be right
20 years
behind
old.
you.
If that.
Police! Hold it right there.
Hold it right there. You hear that? God damn. Hello, policeman.
Mr. Holmes?
Policeman. So, who are you?
All right, my fine fellow. Who are you and what are you doing here?
Yeah, who are
The
you?
detectives, I suppose. You imagine that I'm connected with the death of Captain Carey. I assure you I'm innocent.
Really?
Innocence. And what are you doing in his cabin?
Shall I tell you? You came to retrieve what you had lost after killing Peter Carey, but we were here waiting for you.
What is your
What's
name?
with his hand?
John Hopley Nelligan, but I didn't...
Do you deny that you came here yesterday?
No, but yes, it's just that I
Those
couldn't...
working hands?
I'm tired of this.
Or...
Off we go to the yard. Tomorrow...
I don't know,
see that
he
you're
seems
put in
like a
front of the
very
judge.
hardworking kid.
What? But you can't. I'm not... It's a terrible mistake.
Is it now?
Enough. You can explain all of that to the judge. You're coming with me to the yard.
But...
In light of recent events, it seems evident that your coming here was unnecessary. All the same, I'm very grateful to you.
We'll
Mr.
see
Holmes.
about that.
You are welcome, Inspector. But please don't be too hard on our young fellow. I would like to question him tomorrow morning.
Good idea. I mean, this would be an awfully short case if it was otherwise. Okay, well, this looks like a good place to stop. So I will pick it up in the next episode. See you guys.